Thank you all for coming out, listening to this. Imagine being torn away from something you absolutely love and cherish, like golf, TV, or even your own family. Pete Rose absolutely loved baseball. He gave everything he had for the game. But August 1989, the commissioner during that time took away his rights to play in the league and be associated with the league as a whole, ultimately ending up as a ban for life from the game. 25 years later, the ban still stands today. My question is, does the crime fit the punishment? And my opinion to this is no, along with many other fans in the game of baseball that understand his punishment. Honestly, in the ultimate, 25 years is a really long time for being banned away from something that you gave so much time and your life to, really. Right now we're going to talk about Pete's, a few of his big stats and records. We're going to talk about the steroid users in the game today and the past, and how they have a leg up on Pete. We're going to close it out with Pete and how he could be brought back into the game and how that could affect the game as a whole. Going on, and today we have the King of Rock, Elvis, we have the King of Pop, Michael Jackson, we have LeBron James, who's the king of basketball, and then baseball has the hit king, Pete Rose, and other than that, there hasn't been anyone else maybe that's reached his mark of 4,256 hits. Leading that, the main point is that his stats were astronomical. They were unbelievable. He set 19 records in 23 seasons. No one has ever came close to setting that many records in any kind of professional sport. He also played in 3,500 games, won 3 World Series rings, 2 with the Cincinnati Reds in 1975 and 76. He also managed the team and while playing for the team at the same time for 3 years until he got banned in '89. Pete Rose is the only player since the 1919 World Series to be banned from the Major League. Players who have been in similar scandals like Pete Rose but have had lesser punishments, like Barry Bonds and Ryan Braun, who's currently right now playing in the league today, got caught using steroids that the Major League has ultimately punished them, but has allowed them to continue to play with questionable rights to the Hall of Fame. Cheaters in today's game are cheaters are setting bad examples in today's game. Like Ryan Braun used steroids. He ultimately lied about it, and an investigation came out. Found out that he was using steroids, but the league punished him to 50 games and allows him to play now, which Pete Rose gambles on his own team to win in the end. He also did many other gambling, but the big thing was that he gambled on his own team, and the league looked down on him, and they banned him for life. Going on, the guy needs to be let back in the league. 25 years away from something you've absolutely loved and put your life into, that's just unfair. I mean, I believe Pete Rose has learned his mistakes. He's grown from it. He needs to be let back into the game, at least, if not to be able to coach again, maybe to just walk out on the field and throw a ceremony first pitch. They won't even let him do that, and it's just unbelievable. Although next year's All-Star game in Cincinnati, they are allowing him to take part in some of the ceremonies. They're limiting him in some of them, but he is going to be able to walk out on the field and do some of that. But like I said, 25 years is a long time for somebody who put everything they had into it. I mean, his nickname was Charlie Hustle. Dude would give everything. He played 5 positions, and I don't know how a better player could set, he set a good example for, my father, who always talks about him, how the league could just shut him out like that for all he's given to him. And it's ridiculous because these steroid users are ruining the game by taking drugs, illegal drugs, and showing young kids that, it's okay to cheat to get ahead of something when instead of working hard to work on your game and progress it. It's terrible to the game that we've always loved as humans and Americans. So with that, the end of this really is just about how Pete really needs to be led back into the league for what he did. He learned from it. It's 25 years is too long, I believe. And in the end, he just his punishment was way too much for what they did to him. All in all, Pete Rose needs to be led back in. And that's the end of this speech right there.